Hey guys, it's J19 brought to you another podcast, and we are back finally to talk about the PlayStation Showcase. I know it's been a few days since I let it all settle, get it all boiled, let everything out. I just want to talk to it like just a regular gamer, just to talk about what I thought, my honest opinion about it, what Sony could possibly do in the near future, whatnot. Um, Now, my expectations for the PlayStation Showcase. Sorry about that. Got all twisted. But my expectations were extremely high. I went in and said, okay, it's been over 600 days. Like, they're hyping it up. Like, people said, hey, it's going to blow your balls off. All that, right? So I went beyond what I thought, right? I figured it's been 11 months. We need to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I went off haywire with that on YouTube, Twitter, all that, right? So it makes most sense. They gotta have it. Final Fantasy 16's already had enough marketing and stuff like that. I expected Sony to be a heavy presence at their own event. I expect them to show off some new exciting games for the upcoming PlayStation 5 second phase. You guys know me. I keep it lit. I keep it right and honest on this channel, and I do expect a lot from Sony. Sony's up there. Nintendo and Sony are neck and neck as far as the two best gaming companies in the industry today. Microsoft, they're not. They're not the greatest thing in the world because they're having all kinds of issues. But Sony had a chance to solidify themselves as the top brand. Yes, Nintendo has IPs that sell way more than PlayStation does, but we're here to say PlayStation's been dominating for a while, right? Because Nintendo has some stretches where it wasn't very good. They had some stretches where, yes, they were selling very well, but to the point where it's like they wasn't exactly the greatest thing. Like the Wii U wasn't the greatest thing. GameCube was fine. Wii sold extremely well. We're not here for that. We're here for about PlayStation. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. My expectations were super high, as I said. Going in, I heard rumbles, and people did comment on Twitter and stuff for that and say, hey, dudes, like, I guess we have to wait a while longer. It's like, it didn't show. And I knew then that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth wasn't going to be shown. I was like, okay, fine. That's fine. Maybe Square's not ready to present anything, maybe because Final Fantasy 16 is their top priority, but still. I expected a showing of the game soon because we're about 6 to 9 months, like I said, before the game launches. So that right there kind of just like, okay. I'll just go in. I'm still high expectations on Sony. Like, I expect them to show some stuff. And to be honest with you guys, going in, like, I was super hyped. I enjoyed it. Like, I was enjoying all the games they showcased. But it's like, this is not exactly what we're waiting for 600 and some odd days. Like, we got Spider-Man 2. That was fantastic. They showed that at the end. That was great. The 10 minutes of footage we got, which, to be honest, guys, it has some work to do, right? It didn't look as polished as Final Fantasy 16. Granted, it's the first time we ever got gameplay footage from it. So you guys automatically assume, okay, this is Sony's top dollar. This is going to be a system seller. But guys, that's not how marketing works. They're not going to show you the final product. They're not going to show you the latest build. They're going to show you, like a lot of these companies do, they're going to show you an earlier build of the game. They're not going to show you what we're working on right now. This is what we have ready for you. We're still working on the game. Same with Spider-Man 2. It hasn't went gold yet, guys. So you need to just relax. It's still coming out in fall. But everybody's expectations like, man, this is supposed to blow our minds and stuff. And some people are complaining on Twitter. And shame on you guys. I know the game didn't live up to our high expectations. Like, this should be in the final polish state, but it's not. This is the first look at the gameplay, so we all need to keep our cool. That was fantastic. I enjoy that game. That game with the show was fantastic. I'm loving every minute of it. So that was a highlight of the show. Metal Gear Solid 3 remake or Delta, whatever you want to call it, got announced, got shown off. It showed like a bunch of bugs and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? This looks pretty good, but what am I looking at, right? Everybody's like the same way. It's like, what the hell are we looking at? Then Snake came like out of the shadows, and everybody just went nuts. I haven't seen any reaction videos for it, but the whole internet exploded. And to be honest, we all thought it was gonna be there. Like it's rumored, it was like leaked, it was like words going around saying it's gonna be there, and it showed up. Only that, it's a PS5 game. And on top of that, they didn't end it there. They got Metal Gear Solid what 1 through 3, the originals, are coming this fall. Like that was incredible. Like holy crap! Like this is insane. I got Metal Gear Solid 5 Definitive Edition. I haven't played it yet. I might try it soon. But I was excited for that. I was hyped. I was like that shocked me. I was like holy crap. This game right here, Phantom Blaze Zero. This game really blew my mind. Like, I know it's early gameplay footage, it's kind of rough, as you can tell, it's early game. But, this game's combat looks sick. It looks great, it looks dope. I cannot wait to see more of this game. Like, we're seeing gameplay already. That's the exciting time. That means this game's a lot further along than we thought. Like, showing gameplay, showing, like, a little bit of story, they're showing off, like, the combat. Character growth kind of, so it's like this game's a lot further along than people thought, and it's looking good. It's looking like almost like a at first I thought it's kind of like Sekiro, and people go, no, this game's like faster than Sekiro. The combat looks sick. That's what blew my mind. Helldivers 2 got announced. That looked pretty cool, pretty fun. Then Sony did show off Gran Turismo 7 movie. I'm like, all right, this Gran Turismo movie, this looks great. This looks exciting. It's thrilling. I can't wait to watch it. But it's like, you're presenting a movie in a PlayStation showcase. This is not the right time to do this. You could have a trailer and have a like a PlayStation blog talking about it. You know, like, or maybe Sony Films, something, whatever it's called, right? Sony production. Like, they could easily just done it on that and save ourselves some time and show off more games. I was expecting to see Factions 2 here or The Last of Us multiplayer, and that wasn't the case. And let's talk about that real quick. That is starting to stir. It actually didn't start to stir. It caused a lot of issues. People say, where in the hell is it supposed to be shown? Apparently, guys, it's not looking very good. And the way it sounds to me, it feels like it's going to be canceled. If they can't reassess it and get this thing under control to the point where Bungie's like, yeah, this is going to do well. This is going to make people want to play your game and keep the content flowing. Because what Bungie had to say to Naughty Dog about this, it's like, no, this ain't going to work, guys. You're going to have to relook. You're going to have to reassess your game and try better. Like, this ain't going to work. So it's going to be delayed for a while, they said, but might even get canceled if they can't get it to work, guys. It's not good. It's not good to hear from Naughty Dog. But here's the good news. After the PlayStation Showcase, they also said they're also working on a IP, a single-player action IP. And a lot of people are starting to say, is this your new IP, or is this The Last of Us Part 3? We don't know. We don't know what it is, right? Neil Druckmann's been working on it the last couple of years. And all we know is they got that going for the PlayStation 5. So it's looking interesting for that. But let's go back to the PlayStation Showcase, right? That's what we're here for. And to be honest with you guys, Showcase lived up to what they said, right? Third-party games. They're going to show off some indie titles. They're going to show off some first-party new games, which it did. Like, Marathon looks interesting. It didn't really grab my attention, but Concord did for a Firewalk. Like, it's a first-person shooter, I think it was. We saw CGI, but it looked interesting at least. There's a few other things in this showcase they showed off. Like Square Enix had their Foam Stars, which again it looks interesting. It's like a spin-off of like Nintendo's Splatoon. But it looks like it could be fun, you know. But I was like, come on, Square, this is not what we're here for. Like, we're not here for that. So yeah, I was just like, I was kind of bummed out. I was like, okay, we're in this thing. Now, PSVR 2. There's a couple of them that stood out to me. Resident Evil 4 Remake looks fantastic. The guy actually got arms along with his hands. And the gameplay looks fun. It looks like it's going to be more terrifying this time around. And they had one that's called something Sunshine, Arizona Sunshine 2. And the guy was like very funny. That the CGI, the cutscene, whatever. He's like talking about how he met Fred and stuff like that. And he just has some lines that made me crack up laughing. I said, okay, you got me. There's another game here, right here. I think this is it. This game right here, like, I was just waiting for stuff to show up, and this game right here got me. It hit home because like the animal dies, and just it kind of just hit me. I was like, wow. I'm like, this definitely like a motion jerker, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, okay, this game looks interesting. It's gonna pull on your heartstrings a little bit. They did show off some platforming games as well. It looked interesting as well. I did appreciate those. But again, there's some games I'm like, this ain't it, guys. This ain't, for over 600 days, you don't have nothing really to show. It's interesting games, don't get me wrong. But it's not what the showcase was about. We only got like 3 or 4 things from first party games, and it wasn't what we wanted. Other than afterwards, like Santa Monica is like, yeah, we're working on another God of War game. Cool. I mean, that's cool and all, but where's your brand new IP at? That Corey Barlog's been working on for the last couple of years at least. Since 2021 that he goes, yeah, I've been working on the game. I can't tell you what it is, but I've been working on it. So that's cool. We got information and stuff after the showcase. But during the showcase, guys, kind of just made me feel like they kind of let us all down. But they told us, like, hey, expect PS5 games, PSVR 2, indie titles, and third-party games, right? But we all expected more. We just spent over 600 days. I don't blame people for that. You know, we expected more. You know, Sony, you got some games that coming? Like, you could have shown off Wolverine. I mean, you should have had another trailer for Wolverine at least. Spider-Man 2 was great. That was the highlight of the show other than Metal Gear Solid. Oh, we did get Street Fighter 6 trailer, which is great. Focusing on the story mode, which you create your own fighter. You go on the path and you fight all these other different characters and stuff like that. I thought that's fun. This looks kind of cute too. The cat game, which looks kind of cute. But we wasn't here for this, right? We're not here for little cute games like this. We're here for what PlayStation has to offer. And to be honest with you guys, this was a fine PlayStation showcase, but it wasn't like, man, this is the best thing ever. I think the PlayStation showcase from 2021 was way better. God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine. Like, they just want, like, towards the end, it was great. It was fantastic. Like, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Like, this is exactly what I want to see. But it's like, in this showcase, I'm going to say, like, it's like 7 out of 10. It's like 6 out of 10 at most. Like, it has some exciting stuff in it. Like, it's like, other than that, guys, it's like, the PlayStation Showcase wasn't it. So, what does this mean for Sony going further down the road? Well, there's word going around from a lot of insiders say, yeah, we've seen a lot of these trailers behind the scenes, but it's like, why did they not show it? They got a lot of games that are ready to be shown. But apparently Sony's holding back. They're holding back. I don't understand it. I really don't know, guys. I don't know why. Why are they holding back? Are they worried about Microsoft getting Activision Blizzard? Like, there's still a chance. Apparently, since China and one other place approve of it, everybody's celebrating and say, yeah, it's game over. CMA will have to, like, they're going to have to reverse course or whatever. I'm like, it's at this point, it's like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Sony can't back down. They got to start showing off games. And this was fine, but it's not exactly what we want. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not very happy with Sony right now. Am I mad at them? Am I going to sell my PS5 and flip out and be angry? No, I'm not. I still think this is what Sony's gameplay is. They're going to have another showcase. Probably, rumor is it's probably in July. Or I think in like July or August, we're going to get another PlayStation showcase. We're going to get another look at Spider-Man 2. We're going to get another look at some of these first-party games that we haven't seen yet. I could also see that being the part where Final Fantasy VII Rebirth gets shown off. That is a PS5 exclusive game Sony has signed a deal with, and I can see that happening, like I said in my other video. Of course, like, in the PlayStation Showcase, they showed off the final trailer for Final Fantasy 16, which I just did a video that's uploading right now about Final Fantasy 16, about reacting and stuff like that. 16 is my game of the year. It's my game of the year. But to me, to see the launch trailer at the PlayStation Showcase when they just released a bunch of previews on the game and stuff like that, like recently, it's like, I get it. You're trying to reach more people, right? But it's at this point where I talk to a lot of PlayStation people on Twitter, like PlayStation players. They say, yeah, we're excited about Final Fantasy 16, but we're not trying to be spoiled here. We're not trying to watch the trailer. Like, we seen it in the PlayStation Showcase. We're not going to watch the trailer outside. That's why it didn't get as many views as, like, Spider-Man 2 or Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Those trailers. Because those are, like, things that people want to see, right? People at this point are hyped for Final Fantasy 16. They're hyped for it. They're going to get it. They're going to buy a PS5 for it. Or even just play it because it's a PS5 only title and it looks sick. Honestly, game of the year for a lot of people. But overseeing the game, what can have its drawbacks. But yeah, again, I get why Sony did that in Square. They want to see Square. I mean, they want to see Square. They want people to see the game more and more, right? So I get it. And the trailer was fantastic. I watched it a few times. I'm excited for the game. But other than that, guys, it's like, you got this game. Like, people say, hey, man, it's like, finally, this trailer's over with for a Minecraft type game. Like, cool. PlayStation 5 title. Here we go. Like, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. Like, we're here for this. Not really. I understand a lot of people's expectations are being dropped. And I don't blame them. It's been over 600 days. But, again, let's not be fanboys. Let's not just flip out and say, oh, no, I'm going to sell my PS5 and freak the hell out, because it's not what we're about. We still have plenty of games to play. You play on your PS5. Sony will be back. They'll have a state of play. They'll have a PlayStation Showcase probably later on this year. They're going to have to start showing stuff. They can't hide behind the wings and just sit on trailers because they're worried about Microsoft. Like, you guys been dominating the last 20 years. And you're still worried about Microsoft? Like, come on. Don't worry about the competition. Microsoft said they're not in competition anymore. Xbox is not in competition with PlayStation. Nintendo's not in competition with anybody. So Sony, you're all on your own. Show off your games. Don't be afraid. Step out of your shell. Show your games. We want to be hyped for the PlayStation 5. There's a lot of people out there are still sitting on their PS4s. And they said, look, there's no game out there. There's no games out here that's forcing me to buy a PS5. I don't see the need to buy one. If you want people to buy a PS5, you're gonna have to start showing off your first-party games, because this is great. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy 16, Street Fighter 6, Spider-Man 2. Those are great, right? We didn't see Stellar Blade. We didn't see Silent Hill 2. We didn't see Death Stranding 2. We didn't see any of that stuff. Yes, we got the Summer Games Fest. I want to talk about that a little bit. My hype level for that. Give me a second. Now, talk about the Summer Games Fest. Because a lot of people say, okay, well, maybe Sony's saving some stuff there. They could. But here's my expectations for Summer Games Fest. 50-50. I'm not going to hype it up. I'm not going to say, guys, you got to tune in. It's going to be the best thing ever, because it's not. Summer Games Fest is going to have a lot of good stuff. It's going to have a lot of bad stuff. Somewhat stuff in the middle. Do I expect Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to be there? No. Do I expect Sony to show up like full force, have a half-hour showing on its own? No. Do I expect Square Enix to show off other games? Possibly. They got Ever Crisis they can start talking about, right? That's a mobile game. Maybe they'll announce the Final Fantasy IX Remake or Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered. Maybe they'll talk about that. I'm not expecting a whole lot, guys. Now, Jeff Keighley did say there's gonna be like 6 or 7 or 8 good, like pretty good bangers are gonna be showing off. Death Stranding 2, absolutely. Starfield's not gonna be there. That's gonna be on the Xbox showcase. Nintendo, yeah, I expect Nintendo to be there. Nintendo's gonna have its own showcase as well. I'm pretty sure. So he might show off a couple of games. Silent Hill 2 remake, possibly. Stellar Blade, yeah, might see that there. I'm not expecting a whole lot, guys, at the Summer Games Fest. I'm still gonna react to it. It's gonna be late. It's gonna be after the showcase is over with, unfortunately. But I'm still gonna check it out. I'm still gonna have 50-50 expectations. I expect some games will blow my mind, some games are not. I'm not going there and go, dude, this is gonna be the best PlayStation showcase. Like, this is gonna be the best showcase of all time, because it's not. Summer Games Fest gets some views. They don't get as much as PlayStation, and it feels like to me that we got to start setting our expectations lower. And trust me, guys, the way we all been acting against each other, we need to do better. We need to start loving each other. We need to start appreciating each other as gamers, as people. Stop attacking each other. Stop cutting each other down for games they like, you don't like. Because that's not what we're about. We're not about that. We're human beings. We all have our flaws. We all have different opinions. Don't have hate for each other. Don't. That's all I ask. Don't be a hater. Don't be hating on other people. That's not good. It's not good for you. Now, what do I expect for next month? For me, I expect me to be excited for Final Fantasy 16. I am going to be streaming that game. I was going to get back to streaming more, but I think I'm going to hold off for a little bit. I'm just going to concentrate on making videos. But I'm going to make 16 as my first ever like complete playthrough on Twitch, upload to YouTube of a game. I have streamed games in the past. I have done it on YouTube back when I didn't have my setup here. But on my official setup here, I have for months, I'm going to make Final Fantasy 16 as my very first big series of stream I'll upload to YouTube. And I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. How long am I going to stream for each segment? I'm going to try to shoot the 2 to 4 hours per day. Weekends, I might stream a little bit. I'm not going to try to stream every day because that's a lot. I don't want to overdo it, but I definitely want to keep playing Final Fantasy 16. Now, about my other games I got going on, like Resident Evil 2 Remake, stuff like that, I'm going to put that on hold for now, right? I'm just going to put that on hold. I'll get back to it. But right now, it's all about the Summer Games Fest. It's about the gaming that we got coming up, the gaming news. But yeah, that's a little bit of podcast for me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of everything. Are you guys excited about the PlayStation Showcase? What was your thoughts? Please be civil to each other, please. Are you guys excited for Final Fantasy 16? What's your hype level for Summer Games Fest? What blew your mind in the showcase? That's what I want to know. But anyways, with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. You guys keep on keeping on. Thank you for all the love and support you guys show me on Twitter and on YouTube. I can't appreciate you guys enough. If you're watching this, if you click on this on Twitter, my followers, my almost 360 followers, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys like the content that I cover. And I thank you guys so much for love support as always on this channel. I appreciate it a ton. And I cannot wait for the Summer Games Fest and Final Fantasy 16 to launch. I'm definitely playing the demo at launch. Not at launch, but when it comes out. Other than that, I'm not going to deep dive Final Fantasy 16 anymore. I'm just going to sit back. If there's any news or anything like that, feature any games, I'll keep my eyes out for it. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be safe out there. Be nice to each other as always. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay notified when I go live or upload my next video. Please have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Hope you guys had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you don't celebrate that in your country, well, I hope you had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Monday. And or Tuesday. It might be Tuesday in your world now. So with that said, guys be safe, be nice to each other, keep on keeping on. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Take care.